Paris Travel Guide. No one needs to be introduced to Paris. Artists, playwrights, poets, and writers have all featured and expressed their affection for this city. Well, you must have a stone heart to escape falling in love with the city anytime you visit. Even if you've never visited, reading a Paris travel guide such as this may endear you to the city. And Paris truly lives up to its hype. There are no many cities like it. Paris is set apart by architecture, culture, fashion, and best of all, food. It always gives to the visitors more than they expect. That's why a one-time visit to Paris always gives visitors the experience of their lives. In this Paris travel guide, we will give you some details about the city more than the Eiffel Tower, together with its museums that have taken the shine away from other tourist attractions in Paris. Why you should visit Paris. You've got plenty of reasons to visit Paris more than once. The fact is, you can't exhaust all the attractions the city has for the tourists in just one visit. Even if you return there 10 times, you'll always find amazing things to see and do. Our Paris travel guide gives you common reasons people go to Paris so that you can see why you should visit Paris. Number 1. The city of 100 villages. Paris is literally the city of 100 villages that keeps wowing first-time visitors and even those who have been there before. Special buildings, boulevards, and country villas fill the city. This city of stone may be seen as stuck in time and exotic, a city out of the ordinary. Passing through micro-neighborhoods such as Butte-aux-Cailles, Butte-Bergère, and Moussaïa, you'll agree that this is a wonderful city of 100 villages. Number 2. Delicious food and wine. A good reason to visit Paris is attached to the kind of food and wine that await you there. The Michelin-starred restaurants are ready to serve you with haute cuisine. The trendiest bistros also serve local fare based on what's fresh. No bakery will be lacking in fresh croissants or pain au chocolat. What about the macaroons from Hermé or La Durée, or tea at Mariage Frère? Definitely, Paris will not parry but pat your palate. The Paris travel guide you're reading strongly recommends a visit to Paris to see their culinary experience. Number 3. Affordable hotels in Paris. Easing the problem of accommodation provides a good reason to visit Paris. The hotels are unimaginable. Go and see Paris. Wonder about how they could offer such nice accommodation for the small fees it attracts. And there is no shortage of such hotels everywhere in the city. Best time to visit Paris. According to our tradition, our Paris travel guide will not tell you that particular time is your best time. Circumstances differ, but if you have an idea of how each season looks like, you could determine your own best time to visit Paris. For shopping, if you want to shop and spend less on shopping, January to mid-February may be the best for you as there will be winter sales around that time. The summer sales run through late June and July. Special significant discounts are given on most items during this period. Sales in France are actually regulated by the government, but expect crowds in stores during these sales windows. Holidays. Paris becomes indeed the city of light during festive seasonal displays. If you're fascinated by this, schedule your trip to Paris for around Christmas. November and December afford every store the opportunity to be at their best, and the Christmas trees bring euphoria till around mid-January. Other seasonal lights come up around while the Marché de Noël or Christmas markets are in good business. Paris will be the most beautiful city in the world around this time. High seasons. Looking at Paris from a seasonal angle, our Paris travel guide can inform you that the high seasons are June to September and mid to late December. The city teems with crowds of tourists during the summer months. The weather is clement and schools are on break. You experience the same surge in crowds during December when there is a rush of shopping as part of the seasonal activities. Anywhere you go, museums and monuments, airports, hotels, resorts, parks and gardens, stores, beaches, and even walking in the streets, you have to be accompanied by patience as there will be long lines. Surprisingly, there is the August break in such a rush. There's a general slowdown of business activities and a reduction in business travelers to Paris. This translates to more availability of accommodation and lower hotel rates. Shoulder season. During April and May and mid-September through November, there will be seasons of spring. Since there is no dull moment in Paris, you can still see crowds during this period. Though it's easier to get hotel reservations, the rates are still high and dinners remain expensive, but airfare is reasonably down. Low season. Building on the seasonal discussion above, this Paris travel guide also notes that January through March are months making up the low season in Paris. This is when there will be a sharp decrease in tourism. Schools are in session and the weather condition is far from being friendly, freezing chill. If you don't mind the drizzle, you will find great deals on hotel rates and airfares. Everything may be quicker as there will be smaller crowds and shorter queues at major tourist centers. How to travel to Paris on a strict budget. Your reading this Paris travel guide up to this point has shown you why you should visit Paris, the best time to visit Paris, and interesting things to do there. Now it's time to talk about cost. The fact is, it's going to be a different ballgame if you're traveling on a strict budget. Here are a few initiatives you can take to minimize your travel expenses when you visit Paris. Number 1. Book in advance. If you book your flight in advance, say 8 months, you may be able to snag excellent deals. However, this requires serious and definite planning to be sure of the timing for each tour. You'll thus avoid last-minute cancellation. If you're traveling from another part of Europe, you may not need up to 8 months to book in advance. Number 2. Travel during low season. Low, shoulder, and high seasons in Paris have been identified for you earlier, and you've seen particularities of each season. As you can see, there will be smaller crowds of tourists in the low season, which means you will spend less during that time. Everyone is dying to be in Paris in the summer or even spring. Deliberately plan your trip around the low season and pay far less on transport fare and accommodation while enjoying the charms and advantages of the season. Number 3. Use public transportation. The public transportation system is excellent in Paris. They're fairly inexpensive and quite accessible as options for getting around as a tourist. Meanwhile, they can be a great alternative to sightsee as you hop on and hop off. Many public transport lines have very picturesque routes, and you can sightsee free of charge. Number 4. Eat at affordable places. Hold your thoughts there, please. Affordability doesn't mean you have to eat trash. You can eat the best quality food in Paris, yet at the lowest cost. You just have to know where to go to get a discount on each food and when to go there. You don't have to eat in one of those numerous Michelin-star gourmet restaurants. Even in those exotic restaurants, you can still afford to splurge once or twice if you can nosh on cheap but delicious Paris street food. It's also possible to get to a local food market in the city to stock up on goodies. Cooking it yourself, if your accommodation allows that, can save a ton of money. Best places to visit in Paris. What can we say again in this Paris travel guide except to emphasize the best places to visit in Paris? Check out a few examples. Number 1. Notre Dame Cathedral. We would not stop to refer this cathedral as one of the most incredible places to visit in Paris. And it's for free. Look no further. If you really want to know about the French Gothic architecture, you will love its striking architectural gem and be fascinated by its long and interesting history. This stunning architecture in Paris is now a major religious site built in the medieval age of the 12th and 13th century, and it radiates the Gothic gem its age. Number 2. Sainte-Chapelle. Visiting Sainte-Chapelle means that you love architecture. This is another Gothic-style gem that is relatively under-toured, but its stunning glass and religious vibe make it a peaceful place. It was constructed on the orders of King Louis IX in the 1200s to be the homes of French rulers of those days. The mixture of churches and politics has made this example of Gothic architecture an important church relic. Number 3. The Louvre. The Louvre is an amazing place to visit. It ranks among the best not only in Paris but also in French as a whole. Adding the Louvre to your next Paris itinerary will feed your eyes with this world-famous art museum where you will see the home of the Mona Lisa and other top Parisian attractions, together with the huge collection of art and artifacts. This biggest museum in the world houses over 450,000 objects from different points in the stream of time from the prehistoric era to our modern day. It also houses about 35,000 pieces of art. It is one of the most visited museums or art on the planet. Money should not necessarily be a barrier to your vacationing in Paris. Even if you're on a strict budget, you can still travel Paris and enjoy the best fun, food, and drinks. See you when you get there. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and turn on the notification bell.